If you work with this regularly, 10, 15 minutes or more a day, you're going to see really amazing results. You'll feel much more balanced, you'll have more energy. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can magnetize your ideal life. Make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide. There's a link in the video description below. So in this video, I'm going to guide you through a microcosmic orbit activation practice. So I made another video explaining the microcosmic orbit, what it is, why you would want to work with it. So check out the previous video to learn more about the context of this practice. In this video, we're going to get right into a practice. So again, just a quick recap, the microcosmic orbit is the main energy channel in the body, comprised of two channels. The dumai, which starts at the perineum, runs up the back of the body, over the top of the head, ends at the roof of the mouth. And the renmai, which begins at the tip of the tongue, travels down the front of the body and ends at the perineum. So when we activate these two channels, we create a clear pathway for our chi to flow in. Refining the chi, it also delivers it through the rest of the body because these deep channels connect with the more superficial acupuncture meridians, which run through the entire body. So it's a great way to balance your yin-yang and to bring more chi flow through your entire body. It also becomes a pathway you can start to use to move your sexual energy through to eventually experience full body orgasm. So just a few foundational things. I highly recommend that you first work with your Dantian before doing this practice. I'll put a link in the description of this video to a Dantian building practice. It's not completely necessary. You'll still get great benefit from doing this practice, but when you first build your lower Dantian, which is this power center in the belly center, it's like your chi battery, right? And you first want to build that chi battery, fill it up before you start to circulate through the orbit, because then you'll have a lot more juice and you'll really start to feel your orbit flowing. So that's optional, but it's going to really take your practice to the next level. So it's a great starting point. So having said that, we will get into the practice. Just give you a quick explanation first. So there's many different methods of working through the orbit. I've shared some other methods, and one of them, we went from point to point through the orbit. There's all these different sort of nodal points on the orbit, these energy hotspots, and they mostly correspond to the chakras, in the yogic system. In this practice, we're just going to simplify it and work with 4 energy centers in the body. Those 4 centers will be the Huyin point, which is the perineum. It's between the genitals and the anus. The next point is called the Ling Tai, and it's directly between the shoulder blades on the back of the body. So it's opposite of the heart center. So directly between the 2 nipples, the heart center here, exactly opposite of that is going to be your Ling Tai point. And as you're working through this, you can kind of, I like to bring my hand back here and kind of stick my thumb into the Ling Tai, kind of press in there a little bit to help anchor your awareness on that point before you start to work with it. That can be very helpful. So that's the Ling Tai between the shoulder blades. The next point will be the jade pillow, which is where the skull meets the spine. So this, you can kind of feel here at the base of the skull, right where it meets the spine there. That's going to be the jade pillow point. The 4th point will be the Shanzhong point, which is the heart center. So if you have a line from the 2 nipples directly in the center here, that's the Shanzhong point. So we have these 4 hot spots in the body. We're going to work a little bit with the crown as well. We'll move from the jade pillow to the crown, but the jade pillow just tends to be a bit easier to feel than the crown for most people. So we're just going to hold our awareness. We're going to start with the Huyin point, the perineum, and we just hold our awareness there and absorb our awareness there, and that will start to activate that point. You'll know it's activated because you'll start to feel a bit of heat, or like some electrical sensations, vibration, buzzing, coolness, some type of sensation. That's a good sign that the point has been activated, and then you can move on to the next one. You may not feel anything the first time you do this. That's perfectly fine. I encourage you just to have no expectations. Just be curious, just explore, have fun, just kind of play with the practice and just notice what happens for you. Don't have any strong intentions. Don't get disappointed if nothing happens. This is a discipline, it's a practice. It takes some time to really develop your sensitivity to this stuff. So we're gonna get into the practice. So I recommend you do this practice sitting down, not lying down. You can do it lying down, but you tend to be able to focus better and feel the body better when you're sitting. So I like to sit in a sort of Burmese half lotus type of position on the floor. I'm sitting on a little pillow, so my hips are a bit elevated. It's very comfortable for me. You can also sit on a chair, but if you sit on a chair, I recommend you sit on the edge of the chair so that you sit nice and straight. You want to have a straight spine. Hand placement, you can either place the palms on the knees, just relax the hands here, or palms facing up on the knees. You can also just clasp the hands together, let them rest in the lap. These are all great hand positions. I'll show you a couple mudras you may want to use. The first one, thumbs inside the palm and then just close the fingers around the thumb. You can rest the fists on the knees or in the lap. And then the next mudra, left palm faces up, open fingers, right hand comes in, right thumb in the left palm, close the left fingers around the thumb, close the right fingers around that right hand, and just let this rest here in your lap. So again, left palm open, right thumb in, close the left fingers, close the right fingers. So these two mudras just help keep chi from escaping through the palms. So it helps you to kind of build more of a circuit. It's pretty subtle, but they can be effective. So we'll get into our practice. So just find a nice comfortable seat, and you're going to place the tongue against the roof of the mouth. And the best spot for working with the orbit is just behind the front teeth. So when you speak the letter L, as you begin that L sound, right where your tongue is when you start to make that L is where you want it to be for your practice. You can also place it a bit further back, but just experiment with that. But you're going to leave it there throughout the practice. Just close your eyes, bring your awareness within your body. You're going to take a few deep breaths just to relax the body. So inhale deeply. As you exhale through the nose, feel like you're releasing all tension from the body. Again, a nice deep breath. Now exhale through the mouth with a bit of a sigh. Just feeling the body relax. One more breath. Sinking into the floor, just relaxing. Let any stress, any tension just melt away. And we're going to no longer focus on the breath, just allow yourself to breathe naturally, hopefully relaxed abdominal breathing, effortless, but you don't want to focus on the breath during this practice. We want to focus elsewhere with this practice. So bring your mind to the lower dantian, first of all, which is just in the center of the belly, so about an inch or so below the belly button, the navel, and then straight within the body, and towards the center of the body from there. Just hold your awareness in that area. And if you've built your dantian, you're going to hold your awareness here until you start to feel the dantian activate. You start to feel that radiance, that heat, that pulsation, whatever you feel. If you haven't worked with it, don't worry. Just hold your awareness here for a little bit. Just anchor it in the dantian. And we're going to move our awareness to the first point, the huyen, which is the perineum, between the genitals and the anus. So to help you anchor your awareness there, just flex your pelvic floor a few times. So it's like if you have to urinate and you're holding it back, that's the muscles you use. So just flex and release those several times until you really feel that area anchored in your mind. And then just relax completely and hold your awareness there. Let your mind absorb into this area of the body. You don't want to focus extremely hard here. Excessive focus can cause the energy to stagnate, and it can cause you headaches as well. So just a nice, relaxed, gentle focus on this area. This is Tingjin. Tingjin. We're listening within. And the Chinese use the word listening for this specifically because you tend to be more relaxed and observational when you're listening. Looking, watching, it tends to bring your more of a mental alertness into it. So with listening, you're just observing, become a little more detached. So we're just observing the huyen point. It's almost like this area is a sponge, and you let the fluid of your mind start to fill the sponge. So just completely engaging your mind in the huyen, about half an inch up inside from the surface of the body at the huyen point. So just focus there. Just notice what you observe. You may start to feel some tingling, some buzzing, some warmth, some coolness after a little while. Just notice that. You may not feel anything at all, that's fine. And when you feel the point really activate, you'll know that you're ready to move on to the next point. If you haven't felt it yet, that's fine. It's a process, it takes practice. So we're going to move to the next point, but we're going to do this in a certain way. So instead of just moving your awareness directly to the next point, we're going to sort of scrape our awareness along the line of the back channel to the next point. So you can imagine like there's a stick, someone has like a branch or something, they're sticking it into your hu yin and then dragging from there up the back of the body to the next point, which is between the shoulder blades. So just use your mind to recreate that experience. It's a mental engagement. Just feel that dragging, scraping from your hu yin back to the tailbone, then up inside the back of the body, just a little bit within the body, scraping up until you reach the area between the shoulder blades, the Ling Tai point. And if you want, again, you can massage this area, just bring your hand back there and just kind of press in, massage. You don't have to be completely precise with these points. Just holding your mind in the general area is going to help you activate the point. So, and then just sit, relax, and absorb your mind in that point, the Ling Tai. Again, it's like a sponge, and you're filling it with the fluid of your mind. All your awareness there. Any thoughts that arise, thoughts about the past, thoughts about things you need to do today, just release them. Don't feed into them. Just bring your awareness back to the point you're focusing on, here between the shoulder blades. You're strengthening the power of your mind by learning to hold the mind at one point for a period of time, strengthening your discipline, your willpower, and your focus. Holding all awareness on the Ling Tai, feeling it in our body, listening to it, all awareness engaged here in a relaxed way. And then once you feel that point activate, you can pause the video if you want to hold your awareness here, but we're going to move on. So once you feel that activate, now see if you can simultaneously feel the previous point, the hu yin, and this point, the Ling Tai. So just bring your awareness to both points at once. And just notice if you feel a circuit between them, a sort of flow of qi between them. It's going to be quite subtle in the beginning, but it will increase with practice. Also, I should have mentioned that it's good to hold your awareness about half an inch or so within the body at these points. These are deep points. And then we're going to move to the next point. And again, we're going to scrape our awareness from Ling Tai between the shoulder blades up to the jade pillow, which is at the base of the skull in the back of the head. So again, feeling like someone's sticking a branch or a pole into your back point. I feel like it's scraping, moving its way up, half an inch in the body upwards, scraping up towards the neck, up the neck, and into the jade pillow point where the skull meets the spine. And then just hold your awareness here. And again, you can bring your hand back here, bring your fingers, just kind of press into this point, massage there if you feel like you need to. Feeling it physically, and then just hold your awareness there, relax. Holding the awareness about half an inch within the body. Again, noticing what sensations arise as you absorb your awareness into this point. The more you're able to relax, let go, and feel, observing without any intention, the more detached you become, the more that you're able to feel this flow of chi. It's the effortless that really unlocks chi flow. And then again, we're going to move on. So once again, feel both the previous point, the ling tie between the shoulder blades, and this point, the jade pillow at the base of the skull. Just hold your awareness on both. Feel the current building between them. And then we'll move on. So again, scraping your awareness from the jade pillow up the back of the head, up to the crown, the byway point at the top of the head. And hold your awareness there for a moment. See if you can move that buzzing at the jade pillow up to the crown. And if you haven't felt that yet, that's fine. Just moving our awareness. And then feel like someone's pouring honey onto your head, pouring honey into this crown point, and it starts to drip down the front of the head. Thick, viscous honey flowing down inside of the skull, down the front through the forehead, half an inch in the body, dripping down from the forehead, through the sinuses, down the front of the face, to the dense skull bones, into the roof of the mouth, and passing through into the tongue, down the throat, viscous honey liquid, through the throat and down into the heart center, the Shanzhong point, between the two nipples. And then we're going to hold awareness at this point. Again, you can use your fingers, kind of acupress this point, massage it a little bit, activate your awareness there. And then just hold your awareness on the point. Again, it's like a sponge. You're just absorbing the fluid of your mind into it. When this point activates, it can cause feelings of joy, radiance, and bliss. Sometimes men have more trouble feeling the front channel. Sometimes women have more trouble feeling the back channel. Just knowing that. Again, feeling half an inch within the body from the point. And once you feel that light up, we'll move on. So feeling both the jade pillow and the heart center, the Shanjiang point. Feel them connected. Circuit between them. And again, we'll use that honey dripping feeling to move down from the heart center, dripping down the inside of the chest, down through the solar plexus, through the navel, through the pubic bone, back down to the Huyin. And feel the connection between Huyin and Shanjiang point, heart center and perineum. Just feeling those 2 points. And then hold all 4 points in your awareness at once. Feeling the perineum, the ling tai between the shoulder blades, jade pillow, you can even feel the crown of the head if you want, and the Shanjiang, heart center point. Feel all 4 together. And you start to feel, eventually, the microcosmic orbit as a circuit, a continuous circulation of qi and jing as well, which is the physical essence. Noticing what sensations are happening within your body. Maybe very, very subtle, but these will eventually grow. And then we can engage the mind a bit to increase the circulation. So again, using either that feeling of viscous honey moving or feeling like there's a stick being dragged along the body. Start at the Huyin and just move, dragging that awareness up the back of the body, half an inch in the body, going up the lower back, up the mid back, making your way up to the crown. And then from the crown, dragging or feeling that honey thickly flowing down the front of the body, through the sinuses, through the throat, through the heart center, through the abdomen and back down to the perineum. And you can make a few more of these circulations if you want. And then to wrap up the practice, place your palms just below the navel and feel into the dantian, the lower dantian again, below the navel, directly in the center of the belly, abdominal area. Just hold your awareness there, helping the chi to consolidate, to ground, balance. And then rub the palms together, warming them up. Your hands might feel quite warm from the chi circulation. That's a good sign. And then rub the face. So up the sides of the nose, across the forehead and down the sides of the face. Giving yourself a nice chi massage. All right, so that is a very pretty simplified but very powerful microcosmic orbit practice. Now, don't worry if it seemed a bit complex, if you kind of lost your focus, if you didn't feel much at all. Don't worry about it. This is a discipline, it's a skill. You know, this is something that you develop over a period of time. It's not like you do it once, oh, I got it, it's unlocked, you know, I don't need to do it again. No, it's something you need to do consistently, and you'll get better at it, and you'll start to experience more and more sensations as you do it. You start to really get the chi flowing. You know that you've got your orbit open and flowing because you feel the chi, and it's very tangible. When you really got it, it becomes quite tangible. So again, if you're struggling with this, go back and work with the Dantian building meditation so you have a nice foundation, a nice reservoir of chi to be circulating through the body. So I have a link to that in the video description below. Also, I recommend adding in some Qigong practices to your daily routine. I have a whole playlist on Qigong that will help you to, again, cultivate more Qi and start to feel that tangible Qi sensation. That will really improve your meditative practice as well. And you can also, you know, start slowly working on the points, so you can just work with one point at a time. It's your first beginning. So you can just start with the Hu Yin, just focus there for, you know, 5, 10, 15 minutes until you really start to consistently light it up. Then you can move on to the next point. Overall, if you work with this regularly, you know, 10, 15 minutes or more a day, you're going to see really amazing results. You'll feel much more balanced. You'll have more energy. Again, this is a foundation for being able to move sexual energy through the body safely. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed the practice. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. What did you feel while doing this practice? Have a great day, my friends.